Apologies for the lateness of this review. I'll try to keep up. I just life kind of happened. But anyway, so what have I missed? All right, we get Ayase refusing to believe that our boy is really named Ken Takakura, which is just hilarious. Watching her just freaking the hell out and just unhappy that this boy has the same name as her crush, Ken Takakura. Which, by the way, Ken Takakura is like a real-life Japanese actor. Like, I learned a few interesting facts thanks to this anime. But anyway, so seeing that this is a problem and that she needs to be constantly keeping the curse at bay, she has dubbed him Okarun. Okarun. Of course, Okarun is fine with it, though being teased by her is probably making him feel all kinds of nervous or annoyed, depending on what one wants to think. But their banter is quite honestly a highlight of any episode I've seen with these two episodes. So we do get to see Ayase's place, since they do need to change after the shenanigans they had to deal with in the very first episode, being last episode. But poor Okarun, first time at a girl's place, and he's instantly set on fire due to being a curse, per se. So Ayase takes off the thing that keeps curses out of the house, which is an obvious foreshadowing to the conflict that's coming to them. So after having some more bonding time with Okarun, kind of just self-loathing and thinking that Ayase would stop talking to him once he gets his banana back, she kind of shows that she does wants to be friends with him, though what caught me and her off guard is just him literally calling her the B word, and then they just proceed to argue again, which is funny, until both realize that something is wrong, to which it's a creature that is both a curse and an alien, which, to sum that up, it's a sumo alien. This sumo alien was sent by the aliens from the last episode. And honestly, its design is not bad. So for the action, let's get that out of the way. The action is pretty fun, and all over the place in a good way. We have them try to find some way to beat this thing with limited options due to the one surefire way of beating this thing being also a double-edged sword due to Okarun. On a side note, I'm watching this on dub, and I recognized Okarun's voice. Did some research, and found out that the voice actor's name is AJ Beckles. I think that's how you say it. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing it, but guess what I found out? Okarun's voice actor is the same voice actor as the one of my favorite protagonists, the crybaby hero himself, Hanagaki Takamichi from Tokyo Revengers. I can't help but laugh because, my godly, they share the same energy of protagonism. Not a bad thing, just something that was on my mind after the first episode aired, and honestly, it made me laugh once realizing this. Anyway, our boy Okarun eventually comes up with the idea of having Ayase let the granny's curse consume his body, but not his mind, in order to use the said powers of the curse as a way to fight back against this sumo alien. This works in such a way that he unironically becomes the type Ayase likes from what she described in the first episode. Heck, he says the line and causes her to fluster, which is just funny to me. Now, he is pretty badass here, I'm not gonna lie, in both his movements, his attitude, and action. Yet, the power is obviously a little more than his body can handle, and he starts coughing up blood and showing that, yeah, this is a bit overkill for him. And this being bad, the two realize that this sumo alien can't touch the ground with its hands, or, well, needs to be knocked to the ground with its body in order to beat it. You know, like a sumo. Like, they can't touch the ground and all that. Love the teamwork between these two. Amazing. And they do originally manage to beat it, only for the thing to cheat and grow legs from its back to prevent itself from losing. Ayase gets knocked to a wall and is clearly mad about this, so she kind of goats the thing and, like a badass, takes like a bunch of fucking hits. Essentially, this was all part of her master plan, to having this sumo alien create a hole on the wall deep enough and long enough to essentially be out of range for the little paper thing to do its job without the worries that Okarun would get killed. This clearly works because the sumo alien is defeated through this method, and Ayase's wits and quick thinking is pretty badass of her. So this works, though the problem comes down after this whole thing kind of calms down. Ayase falls unconscious, which poses a problem for our boy Okarun, since the granny curse can now take complete control of him, is just obviously turning into the damn thing. And then bam, episode ends. I honestly find their teamwork, the bonding, their conversations, their arguments, all of that amusing and fun. So this is another 10 out of 10 banger. And I'm honestly having fun with this series, and I honestly can't wait for more. Plus, it's funny to think how Okarun and Takemichi share the same dub voice actor. That just brings a smile to my face.